You know, I saw a poster there. Dmitry Sergeyevich, will you please apologize me? I'd like to give the floor to our colleagues from the Ukraine. Roman Sambaluk, Union Agency. I'd like to ask two short questions, please. The first question is about the punitive operation that you organized in the east of our country. This operation was intended against the Russian-speaking population. It is not a secret that Russian combatants, Russian militias are fighting there, and this is them who organized that. How many of them did you send there? How many Russian militants did you send? And what about heavy vehicles and equipment that you sent there? How many people died? And you, being the commander-in-chief of the Russian Federation, what could you say to the widows and families of those who died? You know, we had a president whose name was Victor. He's hiding now in the territory of the Russian Federation. And in his time, he put in prison Yulia Tymoshenko, the #1 in Batkivshchina party, and she served her term. And at the moment, Victor But, who is and the #1 in Yulia Tymoshenko's party is at the moment serving his term in the Russian prison. Speaking about Savchenko, Sentsov, and at least 30 more Ukrainian war prisoners that are serving their terms in Russia, when will be they released? Let me start with your second question, and then I will definitely answer your first one as well. Speaking about Savchenko and when and on what terms she can be released. Our position on the issue is absolutely transparent. The colleagues of the journalists who died fulfilling their professional duty in the Ukraine are here today. And let me emphasize that the journalists who died here did not take part in any military actions. They were unarmed, and it is a responsibility of every state structure, including the military structures, is to provide for their health and security, and to give them a chance to fulfill their professional duty in order to disseminate the information, the reliable information. It is what is accepted everywhere in the world. It is a standard practice. But, however, those people were murdered, and according to our law enforcement agencies, it was Mrs. Savchenko who targeted them as targets. And if during the investigation we find out that she was not guilty, we'll release her immediately. If we find out that she was guilty and she took part in the murder, then I believe that the Russian court will take the relevant decision, and she will serve her sentence according to the decision of the court. At the same time, in advance, no one can claim that a person is guilty of committing any crime, especially keeping in mind that the presumption of innocence is in force in our country. So we will see what the investigation will discover. As for the other troops and other military men who you've mentioned, we do not believe that they are war prisoners. They are serving their terms in prison, and there is a pre-trial on their cases. They are suspected of terrorist activities. This is my answer to the second part of your question. Now let us come back to the first question, speaking about who is responsible for what. In our country, in Russia, and frankly speaking, like in any other presidential republic, the president is held accountable for everything. And as for the troops, as for their destiny, the commander-in-chief is responsible for that. Let me draw your attention to the fact that in our country it is one and the same person. All the people who, by their own will, want to fulfill their duty or voluntarily take part into some military action, including the action in the east of the Ukraine, are not mercenaries, as they are not paid for those military actions. And in our public opinion, what is taking place in the east of the Ukraine is definitely a punitive operation, but it is organized by the Ukrainian authorities and not by anybody else. These were not the militia of the southeast who sent their military units to Kiev, but those were the Ukrainian army who moved their artillery system and their shelling system to the southeast of Ukraine. Let me explain what the problem is and how we can find a way out from the situation. The problem is that after the coup d'etat, and no matter what you say about it, it was definitely a coup d'etat that happened in Kiev. It was a forceful overthrow. Instead of starting a political dialogue, the new authorities started to use the law enforcement agencies first, and when it didn't work out, they sent the army. When it didn't work out either, they started to apply other methods, for example, the economic blockage and the cutting off of the economic ties with the southeast. I suppose that it is unacceptable for the Ukrainian nation. We are ready to participate in the process as mediators and intermediaries, and we hope that we'll be able to start an inclusive political dialogue and to use diplomatic means to restore the united political space.